In our last video, we had a false sense of accomplishment with the deleting image. I thought that the error would have been fixed when I called the delete images from utility static class in the form closed event, that it would solve the problem, and it appeared to have done that. But what had actually happened was that when the program was closed, it actually then freed up the image that was supposed to be deleted, and when it went back inside and then closed the program again, deleted without any issue. So it's not deleting as soon as the program, well, the first time you try, as soon as after you delete and you close the program, it's not deleting then. But if you try again, if you restart the program and then you delete again, it will remove the item. So I am going to add some. So this is the line that raises an exception. I'm going to add some exception handling. But first and foremost, I was doing a search. I need to free up because I'd love for it to. I need to free up the. I need to free up the image. This is what I saw on my Stack Overflow as well. So I'm just going to do this. Right. So I'm gonna copy and paste. Look into what it does some of that time. So here's where I'm deleting the image. So right here I need to paste this to free up the image. Okay. It recognizes it. System .gc.collect. Free the image from the process before I proceed to delete. Just to test it. But I want to before I do that, before I test, I want to just do a quick Google search of this method right here. And it says that it forces an immediate garbage collection. An immediate garbage collection. So hopefully this will take care of a little issue. So I don't know if you guys recall the SQL exception that I got, not SQL exception, the IO exception that I got yesterday. So I had to do a quick Google search on how to free the file from a process before deleting. So just to be safe again, I want to go ahead and still, because a lot of errors, you guys should really invest in exception handling as it relates to your program crashing or not. I hate deleting, I hate cutting. I believe this is it. Okay. Should get any errors. Alright, everything is in the right place. Don't throw onto. This is in a utilities class. Okay. Is this method returning anything? We're going to return an integer. Right, I'm going to return an integer. And if an exception was thrown, I simply want to, or what I can do, no, I'm not going to choose this path. I'm not going to choose this path. I want to show the message box inside of the program. for testing purposes for right now, probably just leave it like that. So what I actually need to do is I need, so I'm going to have to rethrow the error. I'm going to have to rethrow the exception. So here where I'm calling this, I'm going to have to do exception handling here to catch that exception. So I'm rethrowing it so it can look spiral downward in the stack. So what is below that, this method called in the stack, should be able to handle it. Okay. So on to rethrow. Throw X on to rethrow. This is for Java. I'm not sure how exception specifier. Not sure what am I typing. There should I can exception specifier. C sharp. There's something not to do in Java that I want to do here. Just state that particular method will throw an exception at that time. Turn on some share, so I just wanted to solve this issue first and foremost. So it should see, so if I do a try catch block here and call this exception will be thrown inside of firstly. I'm going to catch, if it's rethrown, I'm going to catch, yeah, it's going to be rethrown. I'm going to catch that exception, and here I want a message box that show ex that and get the type. That should be a method, I believe. String. Okay, so this needs to be, I'm going to press string to get type that to string. There's no to string on that. Let me try calling that to string on this. I want type, I want the message. I want the message. So I'm just going to so Smith, pick up yourself, sir. So let's do this. And then we want to fix that message. All right. So we are, just get to testing. Classmate of mine added a product, was testing it yesterday, or team member of mine. I don't remember the credentials that he had logged in to add a product. Let me just check the credentials in the database real quick. tables. All right. I don't even have to be doing that. I can just delete the image that's in the that I know that a certain farmer has. I'm just gonna log in with the John F. Doe. Okay. So that's John F. Doe at jhub.com. Password is password. Again, guys, please only see your password to be password. It's not very safe. Alright, so we want to go to user portal. I'm going to manage products. Okay, so it's both of them are under Johnny Flow. So I want to delete this item. So let me just press on. Let's go to the. It's better to view the images from here as the stuff is happening. So yes, I delete the item. The item deletes. So I need to add something to refresh this. And here it needs to be fixed as well. Alright, so that's gone. So the item should be removed when I close this application. Did not raise an exception. Did not raise an exception, so that means that what we had implemented here worked. Right? So let's try deleting the other product without this. Let's see how our exception handling will go about it. Deleting the products for testing purposes. I'm gonna have to push these changes. So what am I doing? Okay. So I want to test the exception handling that implemented. I want to read up a bit more about what's going on with those methods that we use from system.gc.collect. It says for garbage collection. Anything that's not being used by the program at a certain point. There you go, John Doe at jhub.com. Password. Right, so user portal. I want to delete this item right here. Delete it successfully. Alright, it's gone. So close application. Alright, and erase the exception. Erase the exception. So we actually caught the error that was rethrown. So this is where I'm actually, because I couldn't use a message box inside this static class. It's not a part of the WinForms application, so I could not use a message box here. So I had to rethrow the exception that occurred and handle it inside of here, as well as getting the type. So let us just go ahead, close our application and uncomment. So we have our working solution without any fatal errors by means of exception handling. By means of exception, I wanted to specify that this throws an exception that I manually throw it. Okay, so the exception specified wouldn't have made this instead of the manually throw the exception instead of. So I'm rethrowing the exception here and catching it in this block. So that concludes what we come here to solve, and wouldn't have known that false sense of victory or completion if we hadn't went ahead and did some further tests and see what the problem was. I should have addressed the exception that was raised in the first place. But when I was kind of rushing and I didn't want I just didn't want to look for a solution really. So this is it for right now. I'll continue the project some other time. So you guys take care now.